One highlight of my career, of life, besides meeting my idols, was I actually had the opportunity to go bike riding with President George W. Bush. How that happened, I just asked him. I had the opportunity one day to have a little chit-chat with him before we got down to business for work. I knew he was a mountain biker, and I just said, Mr. President, I'm a mountain biker. Like, I've been riding since I was a kid. I think it'd be fun to ride with you sometime. And you would have thought I was asking to be his new best friend. He shook my hand and was like, are you serious? And then the hand grip would get tighter and tighter. The enthusiasm, that he had for just the fact that I was asking him to ride, he was like, wow, yeah, of course I want to ride. I mean, I think that'd be great. He's like, can you ride? Like, do you clip in? Referring to, there are pedals out there where you can clip your shoes in and you're one with the bike. And, I clip in, no problem. And, well, what kind of bike do you ride? And do you have disc brakes? And, Mr. President, I'm a legitimate rider. Do you think I'd really stick my neck out here? If not? And he's like, all right, great, we're going to do this. And he yells back to his staffer, hey, Peloton 1, referring to an old, Italian bike race, or a French bike race. Anyway, so for shortly after that, I read in a newspaper that he rode something like 17 miles per hour on a mountain bike, and I'm thinking, oh, that's not going to work. All right, maybe it wasn't 17, maybe it was 14, but that's really fast. He's a much faster rider, which means he's in much better shape. So now that I've stuck my neck out there, I'm not sure I want to do this. So every weekend I get on my bike and I ride and I ride and I ride. And eventually, he started asking for me. He started asking other journalists and other people, and he couldn't remember my name. So he'd say, where's that young African-American woman who, I can't remember what network she works for, but she rides. And the first time he asked this to a staffer who just happened to know me. And then the second time he was looking for me, he asked one of the Fox reporters, who actually was on a bike ride with him. And it's funny because this guy I actually ride with to this day, the guy from Fox. And so one day he comes up to me when I'm at the White House. He's like, so the president asked about you. And that was the second time. And I'm like, what is going on here? What do you mean the president's asking about me? It's like, yeah, he wants to know if where you are. And he said, come on. He's sending you a message saying, come on, get out there and ride. And I'm thinking, I am toast. This guy is serious. If he's trying to track me down, he's done everything but have somebody call me and say, get it together, let's go. So on one trip out in Crawford, Texas, at his ranch, I'm covering him for 2 weeks. The first day we get there, I got my bike, I shipped it on the plane, and I was going to go home and clean it up and, put it together at the hotel. Get the email pops up from one of his staffers. Kia, the president would like to ride with you tomorrow morning. Please be here at the school at 8 a.m. And I remember seeing that email, and I'm like, my heart just dropped. I'm like, all right, it's on. He is serious. Showed up the next day. I had eaten pizza. I had eaten all kinds of leftovers from the night before, anything to stuff in my stomach, and that just ruined me for the ride. So, make a long story short, my first ride with him, I've done 2. My first ride with him was, he left me in the dust the first half mile, just gone. I'm just not nearly as fast. Eventually I caught up, and it was fun. Got our picture taken, gave me some socks with a little presidential seal on it, and I thought that was the coolest thing, except I just got skunked by the president of the United States on a bike. So I said to myself, if I ever have the opportunity again, and I did, I had a new bike. He couldn't make fun of my bike. And I was much faster, and that was about 6 months later. So I like to say I redeemed myself just a bit.